Hey Cancers, I'm Drea with Abundant Life Divination, and this is going to be your month ahead reading for November 2022. Now, the area of life that Spirit wants you to focus on for the upcoming month is friends and peers. So let's grab an oracle card and see what energy is surrounding this reading for my Cancer collective. And what we have for you is breathe. All right, so Cancers, I had to take a little exhale on that one. So what it's feeling like is that when it comes to your friends and the people that you sort of surround yourself, it feels like there's been a little bit of tension that's been built up over time. And Spirit is saying for you to just sort of take a deep breath in and out, in and out. It feels as though there is some stress and anxiety associated with the people that you have been spending time with, that you may have been investing in. And it almost feels as though there is some sort of shift that needs to happen or is about to happen for you when it comes to these relationships. And so as we get into some tarot, we'll see if this is, sort of you getting some breathing room for them or you trying to control yourself around them. But let's see what energy the tarot has. And we're going to start first with you and seeing what your energy is coming into November of 2022. Okay. All right. There we go. That's how we're starting this off. We have Temperance in reverse. So Temperance is really a card about balance. It's a card about having patience. And it feels like going into November, Cancer, that you all are fed the fuck up. That you all are fed up with whoever it is that you have been spending time with. Again, we felt initially in the energy that's surrounding you a little bit of tension, some anxiety, some stress. And now we have Temperance for your energy in reverse. So I feel like the fuse that has been lit is starting to burn very quickly, that you are really sort of losing your patience with these people. Okay. And we have that clarified by the Eight of Cups. This is a card of walking away, of leaving things, people, places, situations behind. So whoever it is that you've been dealing with, Cancer, you are tired of whatever it is that they've been giving you. It's like, you know what? I'm about sick of you. I am like, I just, I feel like there's a woman with their hand on their hip. Like, you know what? I'm about tired of this. I'm about 2 seconds away from just walking because I can't do this anymore. And so I don't know what your friends and peers have been doing to you, Cancer, or what's been going on in the interaction between you all. But whatever it is, you're about done. You're about finished with it. Now, something that you may consider leaving behind in November or trying to move past, we have Judgment. So it almost feels as though for a lot of my Cancers out there, you have been treated very unfairly, I think, in your estimation by the people around you. Perhaps these were relationships that may have been very imbalanced. It might be a situation where you have someone in your life who always calls you when they have a problem. You're always a good listener. You spend hours of time, hearing them out and giving them advice and guidance. You're a shoulder to lean on. And when something happens to you, it's like, I'm getting voicemail. Why are you rushing me off the phone? Why are you cutting me off, not letting me talk? Like, what is going on? It feels as though there hasn't been a lot of reciprocation, right? And I think that at the core of what you're feeling right now is a sense of, well, I'm there for you. How come you can't find it in your spirit to be there for me when I need you? And it almost feels as though you're looking for an answer. You're looking for some sort of explanation as to why this is, and you're not getting one. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, you know what? You might need to think about just letting that go because you might not get the answers that you're looking for. And we have that clarified by the Queen of Wands in reverse and also the Emperor. So this is super interesting because the Emperor is typically someone who is very firm. They have, this strong foundation. They are very much in control of everything. And we also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is someone who I think in the context of your reading, Cancer, is someone who sacrifices themselves. Like they almost dim their light or they minimize their own problems to make sure that there's no stress or burden that's put on other people. So I feel like when it comes to your friends and peers, you may be struggling with things or you may be challenged here and there, but it's like you keep it to yourself because it's like, well, they're not going to listen anyway. And so you have this face of somebody who is always in control, who has everything together, who doesn't have any issues in life. And it really seems as though that might be why people have been taking advantage of you. Because it's like, oh, well, Cancer has everything all together. They don't need anything. They don't need me, but I need them because they do have it all together. So you might think about, I don't want to say just going around screaming and crying that you got issues, but it may be in your best interest to let people know that, you know what, I got shit that I'm dealing with too. And if you can't be a friend, if you can't at least listen and maybe provide a little bit of guidance or help, then I need to focus on me. I can't be all about you and then be sitting out here in a boat by my damn self, trying to figure it all out. Like I can't take care of me and take care of you at the same time. There has to be some sort of equal give and forth, back and forth. So how you can make the most out of this month? Oh, we have the Tower. It's time for a change, babe. For my Cancer collective out there, it is time for you to shake things up. And so it might be having that conversation the next time somebody decides to dump their emotional garbage on your front porch. This might be the time for you to say, and kick that shit right back out into the street. Be like, nope, you're not leaving this here. You are not leaving your emotional baggage with me. Either we have a back and forth, we have reciprocity, we have give and take, or you can keep this. But you are not going to be like the emotional whipping post where you are just taking on everybody else's issues and not having the time or space to have people help take care of you too. So change might be a good thing for you. And again, I don't think that you've spoken up. I don't think that you've let people know that you can't keep giving endless amounts of help and support when you're not getting anything in reverse either. So what we have to clarify that, we have the Three of Wands in reverse, and we also have the Four of Swords. This is rest. This is rejuvenation. This is quiet, but this is also taking action. With the Three of Wands in reverse, that's usually someone who is sort of waiting for their ships to come in. They're very calm. They're very patient, but we have this up against the Tower. And so now it's time for you to move. It is time for you to sort of take some action. More than you've been doing, because Cancer, again, I think that you've been a little bit passive in letting people dump all of their stuff on you, and it hasn't given you an opportunity to have any sort of space or anything like that for yourself. They're not giving you that support. You're not giving yourself that support. So it's time to shift things around a little bit. Now, something that you might want to explore on your journey through November, we have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups is someone who is abundant. They can give, and more give. And so something that you might think about, Cancer, is not giving so much of yourself to everybody and everything around you. I feel like this is like one of the most straightforward readings that I've done for the month of November. This is not you being mean, but this is very much you being selfish in a good way, in the best way. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse to clarify. So the Queen of Swords, when it's upright, is somebody who can be a little bit cutting, right? They can be a little bit blunt. I don't necessarily think that that's in your nature. So maybe again exploring having this conversation, because I do think that you care about the people that you have around you. I think that right now, though, the frustration is bubbling up inside of you. And what you don't want to do is get it to the point where it absolutely explodes, right? Because again, I don't think that these people don't care about you either, right? I think that there is a mutual love between you and your friends, the people that you have around you. But it also feels like they've gotten so accustomed to you being their sounding board that they can't imagine you feeling any type of way about it because it's been happening for so long. So, one thing you might want to think about is having that conversation with them in a loving way that says, you know what? I need you. As much support as I've been giving you, sometimes I need that back. They might not be aware. So having that open, honest, loving conversation might be helpful. I think that this is something that they probably haven't heard from you before. So, think about think about approaching them in a gentle way and make them aware, and then see how they react. Right? If they come guns blazing, like, hold up, it's not that deep, blah, 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 you're being selfish. Okay, then yeah, you might want to reevaluate the entire friendship. But if they come to you and say, oh my God, I didn't realize that that's how you felt. I'm so sorry. What's going on? How can I help? Then, okay, wonderful. You have a little bit of a foundation to move forward. Now, something to be mindful of this month, we have the Eight of Pentacles that's upright. The Eight of Pentacles is about putting in effort. It's about putting in work. And so I think for you, Cancer, two things. You're going to have to put in some effort on yourself and advocate for you to make sure that you're getting what you need out of this friendship. And I think that you're also going to have to work to have this conversation, to have this dialogue with this other person or other people that are in your life that you're not getting what you feel you need from them in terms of you all's relationship. So it's going to be a little bit of effort on both parts. And we also have the moon to clarify that. So the moon is things that are hidden, right? So it's going to be up to you to sort of unearth why you've been allowing this to happen for so long. And it's also going to be up to you to shine a little bit of light on the other person, right? To give them some clarity on how you're feeling. Because I honestly don't think that they know at this point. I think they're just bopping along like, oh, Cancer's got it. Cancer's always helpful. Cancer's always there when I need them. And they are absolutely just not thinking about the fact that they might not be there for you when you need them. And look at the card that came out for you, Cancer. Nurture yourself first. So all of this sort of putting your needs to the side, not vocalizing what it is that you sort of expect from the people around you, is not doing you any favors, right? So Spirit wants you to first focus on taking care of yourself. And in taking care of yourself, you're going to have to express what it is that you're looking for from the people around you. So have this conversation, right? Don't let yourself get to DEFCON 1 where you explode. Take some time to breathe, center yourself, go out, touch some grass, do whatever it is that you need to do, and just say, hey, look, we need to talk for a quick second. But don't let yourself get stressed out to the point where all of this is bubbling up inside of you. You don't want it to boil over, because I do think that this person genuinely cares about you. I also think that they may have blinders on right now and they can't see that you need things that they haven't been giving you. So I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. That's what I got for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.